Well, the last few days have been so crazy if you've been in the ARK community. I'm sure you may have seen Extra Live 2025. It's been a huge success for the ARK community. We've had huge reveals. We've had Lost Colony stuff. We've had the future of ARK. We've had ARK 2. All of that stuff. It's been pretty crazy. And in today's video, we're going to talk all things TLC for the game. You would know the TLC voting is changing like mad at the moment, and by next Friday it could change all again. But also the first placed creature is about to get locked in, and I did tell you guys people were going to be very strategic with how they were going to drop their donations. Now, if you do enjoy today's video, drop a like and subscribe. And if you're enjoying the double uploads, let me know. We've been smashing it, guys. And that's planning to be the case all the way for the rest of 2025. Also, I do TikTok too. If you guys prefer short form content, go and find me LoadedCrysis TikTok. You know, we're doing lots of awesome stuff over there as well. We just smashed over 10,000 followers. So thank you, guys. Thank you. And we also smashed Extra Life. So lots to talk about today. Drop a like and let's get in with the video. Right, so Extra Life 2025, what in the world has happened? Not only have we raised over 120,000, it's a lot more than that now. We have raised $163,000 for charity, and at 175,000, we will unlock TLC creature number 5. Syntac and Heather raised $54,000 for charity. Really let that sink in. Ross and Aaron and friends, 30,000. Hillbilly, 17,500. PvE modded, 7,000. Mystic on Ark, 5,500. Sandy, 5,200. Garuga, 5,100. The LoadedCrysis family, 4,300, nearly 4,400. And Foo with 3,300. Now, that's not all. There is pages and pages and pages. I have to give a shout out to my brother GP, who's also raised around 2,500 as well. Let's actually double check. It's somewhere down here. 2,186. Crazy. Vino, 1,500. They're the kind of people that I know. But there's still, look at this. It's been crazy. Even Bay Plays Games, 760. The community has been crazy this year. So that means if we raise another $11,100, that means we will unlock 5 creature TLCs, which is absolutely crazy. And if you want to go and drop a donation and you wouldn't mind supporting us over here on the LoadedCrysis page, get us a little bit closer to that 5,000 goal, that would be amazing. By the way, the goal started at 2,500, so to think we've nearly done double, I am still so proud of us as a community, but I will leave the link down below if anyone else wants to donate towards it. But the voting has been wild. That is the best way I can describe it. The Therizinosaurus wasn't even on the top 10 list before this Friday's Community Crunch launched. The Giga has been surviving like so hard to stay in this top 4, and also to claim the number 1 spot. But the Therizinosaurus looks very likely that it might finish first, which is absolutely crazy. The Megalosaurus is in 3rd, the Quetz is in 4th, and the Aranio Spider is in 5th, which now nearly is a guaranteed TLC spot. So it's now half of the top 10 that is going to get a TLC. The Gallimimus drops to 6th, the Thyla drops to 7th, the Bronto stays in 8th, the Allo drops to 9th, and the Carno drops to 10th. And I know to my long-term viewers out there, I saw your comments, I favorited them. I saw you said, I am so upset to see the Carno drop to 10th, and so am I. The Carno deserves it. The Carno needs love. People said to me, Dom, the Carno's had a TLC before. It's not. It's just not had a TLC before. It's had a bit of an update, a little bit of a TLC kind of attack, but it needs to look different. It's so outdated. But anyway, it just blew my mind how much this has changed. So yes, very, very shortly, as you can see, each winner will be locked in at 1 PM Pacific on that date and revealed the same day in the crunch. November 14th, the number one spot winner is going to be locked in, and that is next Friday the 14th. It's going to be every single Friday. So the Friday after that, the 21st, then the 28th, then the 5th is going to be the 4 winners. But if we hit a 5th TLC, then I guess that could potentially be the week after. So every week now onwards is going to be the lock-in dates for what creature is going to be getting a TLC. The Therizinosaurus, I saw a lot of people tell me that I think Syntac dropped a big donation on the Therizino, so there's always a chance it could slip below the Giga. I really don't know because I've not seen the official voting. Like, only Studio Wildcard have all that data sitting there, so it's not until next Friday till we actually find out what is going to be first place. But it's up to you guys now, really, and us as an ARK community, where if you want that to change or whether you want that to stay the same, it's really down to the voting. So, what would you want to see and how do you want to see this list go? I am personally happy with this top 5 list. My only change would probably be to swap the Therizino for the Carno, but that's just personal preference. That's what I would like to see more. I think the Carno could do with it more than the Therizino. I still said, I did a tweet, I still said I'm happy. I'm shocked more than anything the Therizino is number 1, but I said in my tweet, I was like, I kind of back it at the same time, because you know, from the new Jurassic World movie, was it one of the new ones when they had the Therizino in there? I think they made it like a serious horror dino, and I think they could add more of a thrill factor to the Therizinosaurus. I don't think it really needs it more than some other creatures, but there's still some more hope for future TLCs, and that's what we're going to talk about next. So in the video we did earlier today, was talking about Jeremy, the co-founder of ARK, talking about the future in a this is in an interview with Ross Clark. And basically, somewhere down here, they talk about Dino TLCs. I can't remember whereabouts it is on the list. But if we're upset about only 5 creatures getting a TLC, somewhere in this interview, I think it's here, Ross Clark goes on to say, you know, is there, you know, a chance that all legacy creatures will need some form of TLC in the future, like, you know, because some of them are seriously going to get so outdated. And Jeremy says it's very likely that many of the old creatures will need a TLC after another year of progress, but essential statistical or functional TLC is quicker and easier than nice but inessential artistic TLC. So over 26 and 27, I'm certain that a functional TLC will happen on many of the older creatures to ensure that hopefully every creature ultimately has some useful, if niche, place in the game's meta. New biomes which favour certain creatures on further maps is something we've been thinking about as well, and thankfully the gameplay design and balance team is totally dedicated to these days. Led by Lucy and Craig, Lucy plays the game every day, so she's constantly generating both short-term and long-term to-do lists in that regard. So that doesn't guarantee that every single creature is going to get a visual upgrade, but what it does guarantee to us that is over 2026 and 2027, even though 5 creatures are going to get a giant TLC patch, there's still going to be some of the OG creatures that might not win this that will get some form of upgrade, whether it's to, by the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like it's going to be to their look. Like, that may stay fairly outdated, but their abilities, what they can bring to the meta, what they can change to the game. And I personally think that's still good. I personally do think, and I agree with you guys, I've said this in videos before, I agree that every single OG creature needs a TLC, but I just don't see where they're going to get the time to do that. Because, you know, with such a massive release schedule coming up, Lost Colony, Genesis, Fjordur, you know, there's also Crystal Isles and Lost Island somewhere, then ARK 2. I think with ARK 2 coming, they might get more of a chance, because when ARK 2 comes, that doesn't mean it's the end of ARK Survival Ascended. They are making ARK 2 as a as a optional version of the game. I even feel like there's a chance they might change the name. I hope they keep it as ARK 2, because I think if they change the name, it could kind of kill the initial hype they've had in the past. But so I do hope they keep it as ARK 2. I'm sure they will. But it's an ARK 2 is going to be such a different game to Survival Ascended. So people are only going to play ARK 2 if they enjoy third person. And then anyone that just enjoys playing the normal version of ARK, which will still continue to be updated, can play ARK Survival Ascended. And that's kind of their vision. ARK 2 is to enter a whole new genre, more storytelling, you know, kind of a bit more like an Elden Ring kind of style game, but still with multiplayer and survival in it. But ARK Survival Ascended, they wanted to revamp it to give you guys still the perfect OG ARK experience that you know and love. Now, ARK Survival Ascended isn't perfect. It's going to need some serious love over these next couple of years. But obviously, there's a huge release schedule ahead. And I'd love to see a TLC patch to the game. I'd love to see a TLC kind of improvement to some of the core issues that we've had. Maybe there's some that physically will never be able to be fixed with the game. Maybe it will take till Unreal Engine 7 to get them fixed. But these are questions for Studio Wildcard in the near future. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. We will find out next week, next Friday, officially what creature is going to be the #1 creature and locked in as the first winner. And I'll see you guys later.